My name is Morgan Kipkoge. I am 9 years old. I school in Greenville School, Eldoret. And this July I am in grade 4. And I'm also a Kenyan boy. Today I'm going to tell presidents of America, landmarks of the world, and capital cities of some countries. We're going to start with the first one, presidents of America. Now, the first president of America is George Washington. The second one is now John Adams. And now the third is Thomas Jefferson. Number 4 is now James Madison. 5 is James Monroe. Number 6 is John Quincy Adams. 7 is Andrew Jackson. 8 is Martin Van Buren. 9 is William Henry Harrison. 10 is John Tyler. 11 is James A. Polk. Zachary Taylor. 13 is Millard Fillmore. Franklin Pierce. James Buchanan. 16 is Abraham Lincoln. 17 is Andrew Johnson. 18 is Ulysses S. Grant. 19 is Crawford B. Hayes. 20 James A. Garfield. 21 is Chester A. Arthur. 22 is Grover Cleveland, while Benjamin Harrison. 24 Grover Cleveland again was re-elected, the first president to be elected twice. 25 is William McKinley. 26 is Theodore Roosevelt. 27 is William Howard Taft. 28 is Woodrow Wilson. 29 is now Warren G. Harding. 38 is Calvin Coolidge. 31 is Herbert Hoover. 32 Franklin D. Roosevelt. 33 Harry S. Truman. 34 is Dwight D. Eisenhower. 35 is John F. Kennedy. 36 is Lyndon B. Johnson. 37 is Richard Nixon. 38 is Gerald Ford. 39 is Jimmy Carter. 40 is Ronald Reagan. 41 is George Bush. 42 is Bill Clinton. 43 is George W. Bush. 44 is Barack Obama. 45 is Donald Trump. The final one, Joe Biden. Okay, now we're going to learn some facts about a few presidents of America. The first president we're going to talk about is George Washington. George Washington was the founding father of America by defeating the British in the Revolutionary War. President number 5 is James Monroe. Well, the meaning one of Monroe, it is the meaning one of the capital city in Liberia, Monrovia. And now we move to number 9. It is William Henry Harrison, who was the first president to die in office.
What killed him?
He was suffering from pneumonia. Now Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor was nicknamed Rough and Ready. And now it is Franklin Pierce, the 14th president of the United States. He was the first president to be arrested because for running over a lady with his horse. And now number 16, Abraham Lincoln, as known the tallest president in all the presidents. He started in 1850 and also the first president to be assassinated in 1865. During in Washington D.C. in Doss Theater, a man named John Wilkes Booth was assassinated him, and then went out to the stage. Now, number 22. 22 is now Grover Cleveland. I told you that earlier by telling Grover Cleveland was the first president to be elected twice, and also the president who has the deepest voice. We move to number 23 is Grover Cleveland, the first president to put electricity in the White House. Benjamin Harrison was the grandson of the president number 9, William Henry Harrison. And Benjamin Harrison was also afraid to use electricity because it might shock him. Yes, number 30. President number 30 was Calvin Coolidge. He was also known as the silent president of the United States. And now we're moving to 32, which is Franklin D. Roosevelt. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the cousin of the 26th president, known as Theodore Roosevelt. He was also the first president to have 4 terms, and also died in a heart attack. And now we move to number 35, also as known John F. Kennedy, the president who was last as president for 3 years, to 1961 to 1963, assassinated in Dallas, Texas. And now we move to number 40, Ronald Reagan, also known the famous president, which has been a movie actor since 1967. Now we move to number 44, which is Barack Obama, the first president as an African descent moving to America from Kenya. Barack Obama also has a third name, which is called Barack Obama Jr. And it comes from his father, who was born in Kenya, and he was in Kenya. He was in the Luo tribe, his father, and also decorated the White House. And now that's all the facts that I know all about the presidents of America. Now we move to the next part, which is the landmarks of the world. Now we're going to be each by continent. Only we're going to say 6 of them. Number 1, we're going to start with the largest continent. There are 7 continents in the world, there are 7 continents in the world, which are Asia, Africa, North and South America, Australia, and Antarctica. But only 6 of them are habitable, while Antarctica is not, which is only covered in ice. So now we're going to start afresh, which is, I said, with China and Japan, which are China has Great Wall of China, and the other one Tokyo Tower. And now Africa, the Great Pyramids of Giza in Giza Desert, which was built in 1,000 years ago and also discovered also part of the Sahara Desert. And now we move to Europe, which has, in Turkey we have the Blue Mosque, in London the Big Ben Clock Tower, Italy, in Rome there is the Colosseum. Forgot we are in France, which we are going back to Europe, which is in France we have the Eiffel Tower. And now we're going back to North America, which is which is in New York City, the Statue of Liberty. It was transported to France, and then it was made in New York. And now we move to South America, which is Christ Redeemer in Brazil, and it was showing an image of Jesus Christ. And now we're going back to Asia. We have the tallest mountain peak in the world, which is Mount Everest between Nepal and Tibet. There's the Amazon River in South America in Brazil, and also the second biggest. And now I'm going to tell some top 5 countries that you cannot do in those countries. Number 1, Thailand. Thailand there's a rule that do not step on money. And now number 2 is India. No shaking with your left hand. This is my left hand. If I shake with someone like this, I'll be put in jail for a 25-year in jail if you're doing that. And now we go to Singapore, which is number 3. You are forbidden to sell or buy chewing gum, but you can only bring a 2-pack of chewing gum. It means you're still allowed to chew it there today, but do not spit it, as they are making a healthy life, which is spitting the gums made to clean the Singapore schools, movie theaters. Now we move to Italy. A city called Venice said do not feed the pigeons because they might poop on their national landmarks. And now those were 4. Now it's time to move for the 5th one, which is no high heels in Greece while visiting the national landmark Acropolis and Nantes. And we also have a 6th one, which is you cannot bring a bikini in a restaurant or a shopping mall after you have gone to the beach. And that is all. The first capital city and the country I'm going to say it is in Asia, which it is China, which is the capital city. It is Beijing, but still in Asia. And the second one is India. The capital city is New Delhi. And now we're in Japan. The capital city is Tokyo. They are doing the Tokyo Olympic in 2020 today, next month. And now we're in Africa. The capital city of Egypt, it is Cairo. And now my home country, Kenya, its capital is Nairobi. And Tanzania, it is the neighboring country of Kenya, and its capital is Dodoma. Ethiopia, on the top of Kenya, the capital city is called Addis Ababa. South Sudan and the capital city of South Sudan, which is above the corner of Kenya, which is called Juba. And North Sudan, which is it's a large country above South Sudan. The capital city is called Khartoum. Nigeria, which is in western part of Africa, the capital city is called Abuja. Nigeria, it is near to the Sahara Desert, and the capital city is Algiers. South Africa, the country in Africa in the southern, and bordering 2 oceans, the Indian and the Atlantic, has it has like 3 capitals, which are Pretoria, Johannesburg, and Cape Town. Burundi, it is in Central Africa, but they said it was in East Africa because now it has been bordering because of Lake Victoria. Now it's in Central Africa. Now the capital city the capital city of Burundi is Bujumbura. Rwanda is the capital city also in central part of Africa. It's also called Kigali. Libya, Libya's old city of Libya, it is called Tripoli. And the capital city of Zambia, which is bordering Zimbabwe and other countries, the capital city is now called Lusaka. Mozambique, the capital city is called Maputo. Zimbabwe, which is bordering Zambia, it is called Harare. Then now we have Democratic Republic of the Congo, which is called Kinshasa. I think some of the countries of Africa, because that's on my list. Now we're going to move to the landmarks of the world. We're going to start with Asia, which we're going to say 2 countries, China and Japan. The most famous landmark of China, it is the Great Wall of China. It is the longest wall, almost covering half of the wall. And for Japan is the Tokyo Tower. It's one of the tallest towers in Asia. And now we move to Africa, which it is the one only favorite for people all in this world. It is in Egypt and it's the Great Pyramids of Giza. And it has been built since 1,000 years ago. And scientists believe that the pyramids were built by aliens, but they can discover if it's true or not. Move to Europe, and I have 3 countries that I can say. It is Spain, Italy, and UK. Now UK, it is Big Ben. Also the clock tower. Barcelona, they have the Sagrada Familia, and now another one was Italy, which is the Colosseum, which has been built 1,000 years ago by the Romans. And now we move to North America, which is one country. Statue of Liberty was transported to France and then gone back to New York. Now to South America, we are moving to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, in the statue called Christ the Redeemer. The Christ Redeemer is a statue of an image showing of Jesus Christ. Like, subscribe, and put a comment.